Good evening. We are focusing this week on the happenings at Golgotha. Tonight, Jesus and the two robbers on the cross. Jesus is crucified between two robbers. Or is it rather, Jesus is crucified and two robbers are crucified on either side of him? If it is that Jesus was crucified between two robbers, the meaning is clear. He is considered a criminal. He is crucified among people who have acted so wrongly that they deserve the death on the cross. And this is of course true. The innocent hang among the guilty. One of the robbers said this in his conversation with the other one himself. You are undergoing the same punishment as this man. In our case it is just, because we receive the punishment we deserve for our deeds. But this man did nothing wrong. However, when we say that Jesus was crucified and that the two robbers are crucified on either side of him, the picture of the three crucified at the height of Calvary takes on even deeper meaning. Matthew and also Mark recounts what happened with Jesus in the center and the two robbers around him. We read from Matthew 27, verse 35. When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots. And sitting down, they kept watch over him. Above his head, they placed a written charge against him. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. Two robbers were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads. Here is a picture of the King of the Jews with two of his followers in the privileged positions, one on the right hand and one on the left hand. In line of this thought, the line of this thought is reinforced by the fact that the meaning of the word translated robbers refers to people who forcibly achieve what they want with sticks and swords. The word is used by a non-biblical writer, Josephus, to describe the fanatic Jews who revolted against Roman rule. Perhaps we should think of the robbers as rebels who were part of a movement that planned and committed rebellion against the Roman authorities, possibly even colleagues of Barabbas. From this point of view, what happens here is still about the ongoing question during the whole crucifixion, namely, is Jesus the King of the Jews? And what would it mean? The question already arises with Jesus' arrest when soldiers of the Roman Empire seized him and Peter cut off Malchus' ear. Jesus admonishes Peter to put his sword away. And later he explains to Pilate, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my subjects would have fought, so that I would not be delivered over to the Jews. But now my kingdom is not from here. One of the robbers, the rebels, still only thinks of the worldly kingdom when he asks that Jesus let himself and them come down from the cross and thus achieve a worldly victory. Even the other one, who realizes and acknowledges that Jesus is king, is probably still thinking along the same line when he asked Jesus to think of him when he comes in the kingdom. How ironic. The King of the Jews and his followers are hanging on the cross. Exactly. It's ironic. Because what happens here and what's being mocked about is indeed true. It's more than true. Jesus is the King not only of the Jews, but the King of kings. And his kingdom is indeed breaking through. However, his kingdom is totally different from the one being mocked. The way of the cross is precisely the way by which he acquires all power in heaven and on earth. He reveals himself to one of the robbers as the Savior King, when the robber by grace of the King becomes part of his kingdom. This man did nothing to deserve it. Do you know this King? Not the earthly King who will bring utopia to you on earth and only satisfy your physical and national urges, but the one who came to victor for you on the cross through the path of humiliation and self-sacrifice. He's the King of Kings. He's now sitting at the right hand of God. To him belongs all power in heaven and on earth. He redeems you by grace. Today you are with this King in his kingdom, and this kingdom is paradise. Good night.